motorhomediaries.com.
Well, hello everybody. Today we are in Northern Virginia, Arlington, at the Young Americans for Liberty House, and I'm with this guy, Alexander McCobin. You run Students for Liberty. Here's what I know about you, and tell me where I'm wrong. So you roll into D.C., you were like a Koch fellow for Cato?
Originally a Koch Summer Fellow for Reason, then a Koch Associate for Cato.
Okay. And then it was there, you've been thinking about like the needs of like student libertarians, and you saw that there was really nothing for them like organization-wise. You are an entrepreneur, and so you created something. It's Students for Liberty. Tell us about that.
Well, like you already said, Students for Liberty was a product of myself and several other Koch Summer Fellows, students ourselves, who just said there are great resources out there for students already through the Institute for Humane Studies, the Foundation for Economic Education, Cato Reason, all these places. But a lot of students don't know about it. But what's more, a lot of these resources aren't to help student organizations on campus fight the battle for liberty or give them resources to just spread the message within the university rather than taking them away. So we decided to start our own nonprofit organization, which is now fully 501c3, to provide those resources, to provide a unified, student-driven form of support for students and student organizations dedicated to liberty. We don't do the chapter model. We do an affiliate and network model, where we are willing to work with any pro-liberty student group out there, no matter what they call themselves, whether it's the College Libertarians, the Students for Liberty, the Young Americans for Liberty, the Austrian Economists, the Objectivists, whatever. We just want to see more pro-liberty groups on campus and a lot more opportunities for pro-liberty students to explore these ideas.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a good model because there's, they should be able to start organically, but once they exist, you guys come in and support them, right?
Absolutely, we help start them as well. We give out handbooks on how to effectively organize, consult to solve their individual problems, and just give whatever resources we can.
I love it. So there's some personal changes recently going on at Students for Liberty, and it's still a young organization. It's been around for a year or something, right?
Not even. We incorporated back in August '08.
So what's going on?
So we just hired our first full-time staff member. Up until now, we've been entirely volunteer-driven, and while that's still our main focus, we have a full-time staff member who's actually working out of an office space donated by the Cato Institute, which is really awesome for us.
You've done very well. You have like an upgraded website. You have a new employee.
One of the reasons I'm really interested in this is that I plan to be a student for a long time, to get my PhD in philosophy at Georgetown, hopefully, and continue to run Students for Liberty in large part. We've got a much larger executive board in addition to our full-time staff member, and we're just planning to do a lot of stuff for students both in the United States and around the world.
Like, what can they expect? If a campus group gets involved with Students for Liberty?
They can expect a new publication every month with new tips on how to run their organization, like our new instruction manual on how to transition leadership or how to find young leaders on campus. They can expect new daily updates on the pro-liberty movement on campus. We plan to just announce what big events are going on around the country, what are things that students are doing so you can go and connect with them, or just learn what are the biggest and best groups out there, whatever they call themselves, so that we can keep up with the student movement for liberty.
And you guys give awards out for groups that are doing well. Tell us about the last awards you were giving out.
Well, these were the first awards we did actually at the International Conference. We gave out a Student Group of the Year, a Student Event of the Year, and a Student of the Year award.
And who won?
The Student Group of the Year was the University of Michigan College Libertarians, a really active organization that's been around for a long time as far as pro-liberty student groups.
That's Johnny Slimrod, right?
Yeah, he was doing great there. Before him, their president, Eric Plord, actually ran for mayor of Ann Arbor with the Libertarian Party, so they've been really active.
Oh, okay, kids, don't run for office. Don't become part of the criminal class.
It was an educational movement more than anything else. The Student Event of the Year went to the Ivy League Alliance for Liberty's Constitutional Convention. It was a very well-run event, just trying to organize all the pro-liberty student groups in the Ivy League, and we're trying to set these up on the West Coast and other places.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm really excited every time I get an update, because you guys are doing this with like essentially a very small budget. It's a bunch of volunteers from all over the country that have, or even all over the world in some cases, who have bound together, saw this need, and it's just a bunch of young entrepreneurial students who are going to be the leaders of the libertarian movement in the future. That includes yourself, man, and it's great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Our motto right now that we came out of our leadership retreat with is developing leaders of liberty at all levels in all fields, and that's what we're trying to do, not just in the future, but today as well.